Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yes, I will help thee. Yes, I will uphold thee with my right hand of my righteousness. Behold, all that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded, and they shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. Thou shalt seek thee, and shalt not find thee. Even them that contended with thee, they that war against thee shall be as nothing, and as a thing of naught. For I, the Lord thy God, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, Fear not, I will help you. And as I passeth through the water, I will be with you, and through the rivers they shall not overflow thee. If you walk through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flames kindle upon thee. For I am the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel.
Shelton Harrison, there'll never be no comparison. You're live on the show. Sit back and have a listen.
All right. LDBC. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. Okay, guys, I need y'all to sit back, relax, and listen. Okay, if you're, if you're at your job, you can cut it down on low and listen. If you're just in the comfort of your home, just enjoy. A lot of y'all, it's been about 6 of y'all, you've asked me to talk about the people that troll people online. Like you literally said, Coach, break this down to us. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna break it down. This might not be a popular video, okay, but that's fine. I don't do it for the popularity. I do it because my freedom of speech. Um, me as a person, okay, Coach Shelton Harrison, I I'm a people person. Even though when I'm not dealing with children or making YouTube videos, I'm very introverted. But I've been a people person my whole life. Okay? I've been a complete people person my entire life. And I've always had this ability to just talk to people. It doesn't matter. I've always had the ability to talk to people. And I've always had the ability to get people to just open up. Okay? I've always had it, even as a kid. Even as a kid, I could get other kids who were having problems to just sit and they would just talk to me for hours and hours and hours. And even, I took this whole thing through college. Even one of my college professors, I figured that she was just not, she just wasn't happy. And although she looked happy, she looked very, very happy. And, she talked to me for an hour and a half about things that was going on. And it's crazy. But I've always done that. Even when I interview fighters, I can get these fighters, I can get them to really just open up. And it's not that I'm trying to play a Jedi mind trick on these fighters. I'm not trying to do that. But they generally want to talk to me for a long time. They never want to leave. And just almost every interview I've ever done, the fighter, they want to continue talking. They want to. And a lot of times I have to cut them off. And it's not because I'm betraying them or it's not because I'm saying anything off the wall to them. I would never do that. It's just because I understand how to put a person at ease so they can open up and just talk to me. So they can just talk to me and tell me what the deal is. I've used this same technique on YouTube for years, but I do it more so with people who troll. And y'all would think, Coach, why would you even talk to somebody that troll? Because you know that most of the people who troll you, they're really tortured. They're tormented. They're tormented every day. And you don't have to identify yourself if you troll people, if you do negative things online. Listen, this ain't a video trying to judge you. This ain't that at all, okay? This is a video to literally, help people understand why people troll the way they troll. Because, see, trolls in themselves are not bad. They're not bad. They're just online personalities, and they're living out their lives through just messing with people. And trolls, they love it. Now, when a troll becomes a stalker, then that's where the problem arises. But see, most of the people that troll, you have some sick people online. And some of those people, they really are just trolling, okay? Let's say 100% of people who troll, right? Okay, 90% of those people, they're not going to do anything but just type. That's it. We all know this. And I did this experiment for y'all. I did an experiment for y'all, and I point blank proved this to y'all. When people who troll me, I asked them, let's go live. Let's debate. You see, trolls have one thing on their side. With most people, they have fear. So if the troll can actually have you afraid, okay, then they're winning a battle against you because they have fear. But if you're not afraid of a troll, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to engage you in any kind of verbal conversation. Most people who troll you, you know that they're extremely introverted. They can't sit in a setting and they can't hold a conversation back and forth. That's why so many of these guys, when I say let's debate, let's do a live debate, they don't want to do that. They won't even make a video response because they don't know how to hold a conversation. They don't know how to. They're very socially inept people. So they come online where they can be socially acceptable. But the thing of it is they don't know how to verbally communicate and express themselves over difference of opinion. All trolls have this. Every single troll that I've ever encountered on the internet, they all cannot take a person's opinion. They can't take it. They can't take it. They don't like the fact that they can't tell you what to think. They don't like that. Because, see, in their lives, so many people have been underestimating them, telling them what they should do. And they probably got jobs where they go to work every day. They can't stand their boss because they don't like being told anything. They like to do the telling, and they want you to listen. That's the concept of a troll. Now, remember, most of these guys, they're not going to do anything. I watched a documentary on trolls, and it's crazy because some of the trolls that they were showing on this documentary, they look just like some of the characters we see right here on YouTube. Like, I'm serious. It was like a spitting image, and I'm like, hot dog, are you serious? They look just like some of the dudes you see running around here on YouTube, looking like a dang on fool. But trolls, they're not going to do anything. Now, you have that 10% that they will take it to another level, and they're out there. See, here's the thing. People, you say, Coach, you can ignore some of these haters. You can ignore these trolls. See, a hater is somebody you can just argue and y'all can go back and forth. But a troll, there's somebody, if you ignore a troll, you know what's going to happen, okay? They're not going to just sit. They're not going to let that sit. They're going to take it to the next level. See, they're going to go from trolling you to trying to find out personal information. And then they're going to go from personal information to really, talking about your family. And they're going to go from that to stalking you. And I've been stalked multiple times online. And I told y'all the story. I even had a guy who stalked me for 3 years. For 3 years. Stalked me. Started out trolling me. Then he stalked me. And he had enough nerve to show up. And I won't incriminate myself right here. I won't incriminate myself. That's crazy. But I made him pee himself. That's all I can tell you. Because people that live here in the city, they don't call me by the name he called me by. He called me by a name, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. I know exactly what it is. And so I politely shut the door. I dimmed the lights. And let's just say that this person will never stalk me or troll me or anybody else on the planet. Let's just put it like that. Because he was met with a surprise. And he was met with heavy, heavy, heavy opposition. But that's what I'm saying. A lot of these guys, it's more of a mental problem. And you got your different types of trolls. And I'm going to go ahead and lay them out. Okay, first you got the one that they're really aggressive toward women. And I'm talking about aggressive to the point where they're calling them B's and H's and sluts. They're calling them all these kind of names. Okay, they're very aggressive. Telling her that, he'll come and slap her and all this other stuff. See, these guys, they're aggressive towards women. And I can tell you, 100% of the time that these guys, they have an issue. They have an issue with their father. Okay, they have an issue with their father. And their mothers were not very respectable mothers. So they don't like their fathers because the fathers usually, in that situation, they beat those moms. The fathers beat those moms, and then they're dealing with the mom who had multiple boyfriends that beat her. I'm telling you, every single person that I've seen be aggressive towards women online, their mothers were getting beat. And I'm telling you, I've had people who told me straight up, private message, I will, what, you get on my last nerves, I can't stand you. And I told one guy, I said, man, it's okay. It's okay. I said, you don't have to have these issues alone. And I said, I understand that you're frustrated, and I understand, And then there's another one, okay? There's the suicidal troll. He will reveal himself, okay? He'll reveal himself because he's very, very reckless, okay? He's extremely reckless, and it's like He's reckless with the words. He don't even care. Look, the suicidal troll will give you his address. Literally. He'll give you his address because they're very, very reckless. And they'll tell you, look, anytime, any place. And I told one guy, I said, man, you don't have to, you don't have to think about killing yourself anymore. And the guy, he took a step back and he said, how did you know? I said, it's all in how you respond and all in how you type. You know what? Words tell you a lot about a person. A person's words will tell you about them. You just have to take the time to actually analyze what they're saying to you. You have to take the time. And if you understand, that's why people say, Coach, you don't have a heavy troll infestation on your channel. Not a big one. No, not as big as some channels. Because I like interacting with all people. I like interacting with them. But then to understand why a person says what they says, now you're armed with every single weapon on the planet. You're armed. And then you know how to disarm them. You know how to disarm them. And it really becomes quite easy. You know, when I tell you I can debunk, it's cool. You know, these guys, they're very introverted. These guys, they will never, ever want to speak. They're very socially awkward. They can't talk one-on-one. Like, you know, if I'm having a conversation like me and Lavelle, we can talk one-on-one. And, you know, we can talk like we know each other. We've known each other for years. But see, you get one of these guys, you know, who they cuss people out in the comments. They do all kind of crazy stuff. But then when you say, hey, let's do a live debate. Let's go one-on-one. No, they can't do that because they're socially awkward. They can't do it. They feel, you know, inadequate. They feel very inadequate. They feel like they can't do some of the things and they're not good enough. So these guys have to revert. They will never. I prove to y'all. I try to get guys who troll me all the time. I try to get, look, let's do a live debate. They don't want to do that. They'll say, well, why does everybody who disagree with you always say, let's make a video? I do that for a reason, because that disarms them. They're not going to talk in public. They are always going to hide behind their accounts. They do this because they're not socially adequate. That's why they do it. But you got these guys. Then you got these guys who they're very, you know, they're political. They got this PC correctness about them. You know, you got these guys. And these guys, they always want to leave you a soliloquy, a dissertation, and they think that you're going to read all that stuff. Now, they took the time to type it all because, remember, and more that a person types, like literally when they start really going down and really laying stuff out in text, I know that these people, they're uncomfortable around people. And I can spot them. I can identify them. I can identify the suicidal guy. I can identify the depressed guy. And, you know, the depressed guy and the suicidal guy are almost the same thing, because if a person stays depressed long enough, they'll commit suicide. I'm just telling you, that's just how it is, okay? I can point these people out. It is so crystal clear to me because I've been studying psychology for almost 25 years, okay? My whole life. The psychology of the streets is real. See, I can analyze a person better than any psychologist out there on God's green earth. I got it on down to the person who, you know, that they're really ashamed of how they look. And you know, the guy that's always asking, what do you look like? I get guys all the time. Why don't you ever show your face? See, no real confident grown man, a man who's confident in himself, they don't care what you look like. Now, some of the ladies, they've asked me, you know, and I showed them. You know, I don't have a problem with that. Because I know I'm not unattractive. I know I am a handsome dude. It's cool. I know I am. So I don't have a problem. I just don't, for reasons, you know, I don't want people getting an inside look and, you know, finding all my family members and trolling. See, I don't want that. And, you know, I had that happen before, and see, you know, this is the thing. I mean, have I put myself on camera? Yeah, a lot of times. Multiple times have I done that. A lot of times. But at the end of the day, I don't feel a need to anymore. A couple of the women, you know, they done see me. You know, I think Mr. Doc, you know, he done see me. And I'm really cool with Mr. Doc. He done seen me before. I mean, a lot of people done seen me. So that's not the issue. But these guys, they don't like how they look. They don't like how they look. You notice that people who argue or they come on and they troll, they never, if they're legitimately having a disagreement with you, they're not going to do some of this crazy stuff. They ain't going to do it. And the final troll that I want you guys to be aware of, you got the racist troll. Now, he, you know, no matter what you say, if a fighter or anybody you like has melanin, they're always going to say something negative. They're always going to say something about the person that's got melanin. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you say. They're going to always find a way to bring it right back to race. And these people, they feel inferior to other races. And so they're going to come to your channel. Or they're going to come to you. They're going to say things. And I'm going to tell you how you can spot the races. Well, you only saying that about them because they're black. You only saying that about that because she a Brazilian. That's the only reason why you saying it. See, these are the people. These are the people, they are real insecure. They're very, very insecure, and they have a fear that their significant others might go off to another race. Guys, I'm telling y'all some honest to God truth here today. That's what it is. And you know, and they think that what they're telling you is important. And when you just blow it off, that makes them upset. It infuriates them. So, but I could care less. See, and that's the approach you have to take. Now, if you don't choose to engage them, that's your right. Okay? If you choose to not engage these folks, that is your God-given right. But, you know, you just block them and keep it moving. But don't worry. Don't sit and say, well, this person is trolling me. No. See, I don't let people troll me. I don't let them troll. No. You see, because what I do is I dig into their soul. Or I dig into them. And see, and you know what I do to them? You see, the reason why the trolling thing with me is not as bad here, it's not as bad, is because I dig into them. And when I start revealing things about them that nobody knows, when I start telling the one guy, you know, some of these guys, and you know, a lot of these guys are, you know, they're child predators. And when I tell, you know, certain guys, and look, the child predators, they identify themselves. Oh, they really identify themselves, okay? And let me tell you something. The worst kind of troll is a child predator that troll your channel. They the worst because they are constantly on the internet looking for children is what they're doing. They're the worst. But you can spot them from a mile away. It's easy work. See, when you get these dudes that's coming online and, you know, they're calling you all kind of names. They're calling you gay, and they're probably saying that, you know, oh, man, you're a gay dude. Look at you, man. You know what? Check that person. If somebody call you a F, you know, a FAG, if they're calling you a homo, you know what? That person usually is some type of child predator. And a lot of times, and there's more to it than that, but sometimes I tell them guys, look, man, you need to stop looking at these kids, man, online, or else I'm going to turn you in. And see, them guys run, man. You never see them again. I had 3 or 4 people delete their accounts. Because I figured them out. So, this is the thing, okay? You can choose to be a victim to these people. You can choose to be a victim all you want to. I don't choose to be a victim. I go at them. I go back at them. I go directly at them, and I get in their face, and I tell you this to their face. You want to talk junk to me? Then do it live. You want to talk junk to me? Do it live. What's up? Because I will expose you. I will expose you. If you're saying things in my comment section that don't live up, I will expose you. And I'll expose it to you live, and there's nothing you can do about it. I will expose you. You see, you gotta take the people that's trying to instill fear in you, and you gotta put fear back in them. Because see, you gotta have faith. And when you have faith, then fear can't exist. Fear can't live when you have faith. It can't live. I don't care what they say to you online. I don't care what they do to you or say they're going to do to you online. I don't care. But when you go directly at them, and you go at them, and you tell them, I go at them. You want to come at me? I will expose you. Easy work. So type all you want. I've got it down to a science, okay? And I'm probably about 90% accurate when I start analyzing some of these dudes. I'm 90% accurate. I'm telling you. And at other times, with some people, I've hit the nail on the head. And those guys, they've come back and said, Coach, how did you know? I said, man, it's not how did I know. It's that you told me. You told me everything I needed to know. You told me. I didn't figure it out. You told me what you were doing. As 78 Sports TV says, you can't hide your state of being. You can't hide your state of being. You cannot. It's impossible. You can't hide. And you know what, guys? Most of y'all think trolls are these losers that sit behind. No, some of these guys, they got regular 9-to-5 jobs, but they are sick mentally. They're sick. They got normal 9-to-5 jobs, some of these guys. But they are mentally sick. Hey, folks, you come, you chat all you want to. Don't be afraid. And if you don't like what they're saying, block them. Don't be afraid. You step in, okay? You step in. You step directly in, and you hold your ground. See, a lot of y'all let these guys come on here. You let these guys tell you what. See, you let these guys stop you from doing what it is, and you're afraid of somebody who types. Stop. Stop them in their tracks. Stop them. Stop them. And when people say negative things, research them. Go look at their channels. Go see what they're about. Go see where else they comment. You know why I do that sometimes? You know? Because I just do it for myself to know that I was right about him. He's doing exactly what he told me he was doing. And that is just the way that is. I'm done.